Hey guys, it's Monica at Academic Phoenix Plus, and welcome to another rigging tutorial continuing on from what we previously had, which is how to rig this character. It's a very simple rig, but it will give you enough of a workflow that you can actually animate this character and bring her to life, or any characters actually, as long as they're biped. All right, so in the past we have done the legs, the spine, the arms, and now we're going to do the hands. The hands are a little bit of a challenge because there's a couple of ways we could tackle hands. Hands basically means, can we just go ahead and rotate them individually? Or do we want to have a controller that does it for us? So for example, if we wanted to do a fist, would we want to have the animators to control every single one of these? So what I'm going to do is, in fact, just have a one controller that you can slide around on the right here, and you can get that to work. So what we're going to be using is something new that we haven't worked on yet, which is called the set-driven key. So set-driven key basically means that I have an attribute here that will affect another attribute somewhere else. Now, they're not equal to each other. So it's not like I will rotate this, 5 degrees and the other one will rotate 5 degrees as well. So we actually wanted to have like a 0 to 1 controller that will move this a certain degree. That probably makes no sense whatsoever right now, but we'll see if I can make this work. And I'm just going to tweak this just a little bit because it's bugging me. I just feel like some of these joints are a little low. All right, hopefully it doesn't hate me too much. Let's see. Let's, just in case, let's freeze the transformations and orient. Okay. That should make it okay. Some of these are in a different location. All right. Sorry. I'm going to keep tweaking these until I'm happy with them, I guess. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's say, for example, that we want to do is just kind of have, oh, sorry for the noise if you guys can hear that. Hopefully my microphone disregards it. But let's select this, and we're going to create a couple of things. One of them is going to be to add an attribute. And it's going to pop up this handy little window. So what we want to do is say, hey, what do we want to control? Well, we want to actually control, let's say, the pinky. Pinky control. So I can actually do pinky control, and there's this thing called the long name. And, and when I press enter, it's going to create a nice name. So I'm going to remove that space because I'm not a big fan. And that's basically going to be my attribute. So the next thing it's going to ask me, hey, what type of, is it keyable? Is this displayable? It's keyable. And then it's going to ask, okay, so is it vector, integral? Oh, there's a bunch of options. We're going to use float. And then it's going to ask, okay, so what's the minimum? Well, the minimum is going to be 0. The maximum is going to be 1 and 1. And the default's going to be 0. Now, this value can be anything. It can actually be 10. But I feel like 0 to 1 is a little bit easier to understand. And then we're going to click add. And what we get is this really handy new attribute. It's called pinky control. And it goes from 0 to 1. And it also has all the values in between. So if I wanted to type in 0.5, I can. If I try to type in 3, it won't. So it changes into just 1. All right, so let's go ahead and create some more. So let's do index. Or in our case, we're calling it ring control. Again, 0 to 1. Add. Then we have middle control. Add. Then point control. Add. And then finally, thumb control. Oops, 0 to 1. Uh-oh, I gotta check the other ones. Okay. Okay, so now that we have the controls, let me show you what set-driven keys look like. Oops. All right, so up here at the top, we have to be under animation. And under key, there's something called set-driven key set. And then 3 dots, dot, dot, dot. And then go to the options. There we go. Okay, we first have a driver and a driven. The driver is, imagine you're in a car and you're driving the steering wheel. That's the driver. So whatever happens to the steering wheel affects the driven, which is the tires, right? Now, when you're driving and you rotate the steering wheel like 180 to 360 degrees, the tires don't do 360 degrees as it turns, right? It only goes to like 45 degrees to make a U-turn, right? But for us, we actually are turning our steering wheel like 360 degrees to make a sharp U-turn. So it's basically the same concept. It's that the driver is going to be our controller. So we're going to select our controller and say load driver. And then we got to choose what is going to be impacting it. Well, it's actually this attribute, pinky control. And then we have to figure out what the driven is. And the driven is going to be our pinkies. So let's go ahead and select all three, and then we're going to do load driven. So basically these are the tires. And then the question is, what attribute do you guys want to? We have to select an attribute. You can actually select more than one attribute, but I'm just going to select one. And the attribute that I want is going to be rotate Z, because this is the way I want my fingers to bend. So I'm going to select rotate Z. So when I select the wrist control here, I have to make sure the pinky control is set to 0. And then I have these guys, and then I have rotate Z at 0. So everything's basically default, and I click key. You're not going to see that keyframe, but basically it's memorized it in the set driven key area. Now we're going to go into pinky control, and we're going to say change it to 1. And then with these guys, we're going to go ahead and rotate it in the Z as we said we were. And you're going to kind of change it like this. Okay, so with all these selected, and maybe tweak this one a little bit more so it actually flexes. And then with these three selected, with rotate Z, we're going to click key. So what does that mean? Well, what that means that when I'm at 0, all those joints are going to be at default. And then when I go to 1, and if I middle mouse and drag, I can actually get 0 to 1. And that would actually get that flex automatically, which is awesome, which is exactly what I want. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for this one. This one's going to be the left control, and we're going to work on the ring. Again, we're going to select your joints. All three joints. Load driven. Select all three. Rotate. I think it was Z. And just to make sure, select these guys just to make sure. All right, so it's definitely Z. So again, you got to make sure you got the ring control. And okay, control, ring, select these guys, rotate Z key, select these guys again. We're going to go ahead and rotate them. Go back to the ring control. So I'm going to have to select this and change it to 1. Go back to these guys, key, go back to 0. Forgot to put it in default, making all sorts of mistakes. Don't worry, I'm going to get it right. And then click key. So that should do it. All right, so now I'm going to grab the ring, and there you go. So now if I middle mouse and drag these two, I'm going to get this type of effect. All right, moving on. Let's do the middle control. Let's select these 3 rings or 3 joints. Load driven. Rotate Z. Key. Go back to middle. Change middle to 1. Select them. Rotate them. Key. And then test. 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Great. Moving on. Going to point. Driven. Grab these. Key. Go back to the controller. Change this to 1. This is point. Going back to point. Select this. I think -90 is going to work. That seems to be the common value. Whoa, it's too much. How about -80? That is going through her hand. All right, let's grab this and just rotate it less. And then we can grab this one and rotate it a little bit more. All right, make sure you grab all 3. Key select and test. This is point. So there you go. Theoretically, I should be able to grab these and... All right, so I can see that there's little weird values going on because I didn't limit this to 0 to 1. So I'm going to have to fix this, which I'm glad I'm going through this with you because there's always these little hiccups, and this is part of the troubleshooting. So these are ways that you can actually resolve any type of issues that you may see, or sometimes maybe somebody goes, hey, I really don't want it to just end at negative at 1. Maybe I wanted to change that to 10. So you can actually edit the attribute. So let's go to edit. Make sure your controller selected, edit attribute. I can select the ring control, and it has a min and a max. The point does not. So I can go ahead and change this to my min is 1 or 0 and my max is 1. And then I can go ahead and go to the pinky and middle and just kind of check to say which one has a min and a max. And just like that, I now have the controls. Now they all work the same. Great. There we go. We're already getting a wrist or a fist. Okay. One last one. That's my window. Grab this again. Let's go to key, set driven key, set options. Grab the driver. So load driver. We're going to be working on the thumb. Let's grab these guys, which is the driven, a Z key. When this is 1, we want to go ahead and rotate this key and test. There you go. Now you're more than welcome to continue. Some people like to do like fist attribute. Some people like to do like a relaxed attribute, like the hand actually just kind of cups a little bit, like a relaxed pose. Some people like to add more attributes like spreading. Sometimes you want like a spread, which probably you do want as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this because this is considered a simple rig, and I just want to make sure that we move forward. So your homework would be to do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm going to do that offline so I can do it relatively quickly, but hopefully that makes sense that now we have a controller that has these controls, and now just by going to 0 to 1, you can create a fist. And that's how you can control your fingers. And they also have individual controls. So if they want to, rock on or point at something, point, they can. Cool. Okay, now that we got that set up, the next step is going to be the head and making sure that everything is connected so that when I move this, everything, including the arms, go with it. So that's going to be in the next tutorial. So hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know if you have any questions below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that little subscribe button, and also click on that little bell to make sure you don't miss anything. And take a look at academicphoenixplus.com. That is my website that has free tutorials, free videos that you can't find in YouTube, and so much free downloads, and so much more. So check it out, academicphoenixplus.com. All right, I hope you liked this tutorial so far. I hope you're enjoying it. Hopefully you're learning. Keep creating, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.